Hello friends and fans. Today I decided to talk about strato-penguins, one of the weird and wonderful background characters from my quantum series. You'll find them described and mentioned in books like Black Sunrise, The Time-Saving Agency, and so on. So what follows is a brief description about these strange understatement animals native to Deanna, the small backwater Terran colony that is the main setting of the series. Strato-penguins are the only high-flying native Deannan bird species. These unusual creatures fly using a remarkable natural sort of jet or rocket propulsion that I haven't quite worked out how it works yet, but it's likely fueled by a diet of rabbit beans or high-octane beetles or something like that. They are known to explode if they stray too high up in the outer atmosphere of Deanna, and they were named for their uncanny resemblance to Earth penguins, but with two main differences. Strato-penguins are a good deal faster, and penguins don't explode like that at high altitude. There are many flocks of strato-penguins on Deanna, which for many generations have been on a perpetual high-altitude journey around the globe. These flocks fly westwards as a rule, often in a C-shaped formation, and they are seldom, if ever, known to land. In fact, the birds are permanently airborne. They absorb water from the air, catch food in the air, and even mate while airborne. In fact, their young are carried internally and ejected from the father's brooding cavity as soon as the eggshell begins to crack. The chick is essentially airborne, that is, dropped into the world like a very small feathery bomb shedding shell fragments. The newly born chick immediately turns to face the correct direction, more by aerodynamic design than intention, and then instinctively opens its beak, most likely to scream in terror as it sees the vast new world for the first time from a few thousand feet up. In doing so, the open beak allows the airstream to enter its complicated network of organic plumbing and starts up the creature's natural pulse jet engine. If the process fails to start, then the chick would plummet to its death, essentially living up to Darwinian principles by eliminating weak genes from the species. Sometimes, on rare occasions, something might go horribly wrong with a strato-penguin chick's plumbing, and on its first go it would mark its passing with a bright fireball above the clouds, followed by a small thunderclap. If it does fire, and after a few minutes of figuring out how its beak, stubby wings, those flappy things at the end of its legs, and tail control surfaces worked, the newborn strato-penguin soars back up to rejoin its flock, more often referred to as a squadron. So now you know a little more about strato-penguins, and when you read about them in my Quantum series books, you'll be able to smile and say, "Ah yes, I remember those." That's all for this video. Until next time, keep reading. Cheers!